1 year, approved by House of Representatives. Grenadian nurses and stakeholders participate in one-day consultation aimed at strengthening the health sector, and GBN launches program dedicated to local culture. Anthony Boson tells parents if they can play jab and not fear COVID, send their children to school. In sports, Carriacou's top sprinter Zane McFarlane receives athletic and academic scholarship in Jamaica. And in around the globe, Antigua and Barbuda to write off all debt owed by Liat, and the U.S. state of Louisiana faces a long and costly cleanup process after Hurricane Laura battered the region. The details of these and other stories after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening to all viewers and all listeners on K105. This is GBN News at 7. The House of Representatives on Friday approved the Extradition Act to include offenses punishable by at least 1 year. We get the details in this report.
Member of Parliament for St. Patrick West, Anthony Boson, says he is concerned with an amendment posed in Parliament on Friday that seeks to amend the definition of an extradition offense to include offenses punishable by at least 1 year as opposed to 5. The extradition amendment bill went before the lower house on Friday morning and was tabled by Legal Affairs Minister Kindram Atuin-Stewart.
It's a bill that seeks to amend, Mr. Speaker, the Extradition Act, Cap 98 of the 2010 revised edition laws of Grenada. The Extradition Act, Mr. Speaker, as you may be aware, that is the legislation or the legislative framework that provides the procedure for extraditing persons charged or convicted of criminal offenses to and from Grenada.
However, Boson said there's need for uniformity in classification of crimes that are extraditable and uniformity in sentences.
We know as a fact that some countries will not extradite a citizen to another country where the death penalty is in place, when they themselves do not have the death penalty. Likewise, there could be different sentencing, length of sentencing, where countries might have certain reservations. If a certain crime in my country does not attract, let us say, a sentence in excess of 5 years or 1 year, and yet in another country where I enter into that agreement, that same crime attracts a prison sentence of 20 years, there will be some reservation on the part of the sending country as to why should I send my citizen. Again, Mr. Speaker, what might be considered as a criminal offense in one country may not be considered a criminal offense in another country. And these are things that we have to look at in terms of enforcing such agreements.
MP for St. David Oliver Joseph says the amended extradition amendment bill comes almost 20 years since an extradition treaty was signed with the U.S. in 2001.
Almost 20 years after having this in place, we decided both countries to review what is taking place and look at the offenses and determine that for offenses of 1 year could be included as one that you can be extradited for.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Grenadian nurses and stakeholders in the health sector were able to be a part of a one-day consultation on Friday, organized by the Grenadian Nurses Association, Inc. The aim of the consultation was to strengthen the health sector of Grenada and to create a good working environment for nurses. Rena Per has more in this report.
The information gathered from Friday's one-day consultation will be used to develop a 5-year strategic plan that aims to fill the gap in several areas within the health sector. In the midst of the global pandemic of COVID-19, actions must be taken to strengthen nursing, midwifery, and Grenada's health sector system as nurses and midwives care for diverse groups and contributes significantly to the health sector. The consultation aims to address address the many issues faced by nurses in this time of unprecedented global healthcare challenges. Nesta Edwards, Chief Nursing Officer in the Ministry of Health, spoke of some of the key topics coming from the consultation.
The key topics that are coming out of this consultation is really the need for strengthening our nursing education here, meaning our training institution, our ability to train our own nurses here in Grenada, and also the need for our nurses to be trained in specialized areas given our epidemiology profile. You know, the area for our nurses to be trained in oncology nursing, dialysis, you know, public health, especially in light now of this pandemic. Public health is being focused highly here.
Nurses and stakeholders were given the opportunity to express their concerns on issues that affects them, along with recommendations they believe will eliminate the problem faced. We spoke to Nurse Sylvester and Nurse Joseph on their thoughts on the consultation.
I think this forum was very informative, and for us as nurses, we don't always get that opportunity to be out in the media where the public, and I should say probably other relevant personnel, policy makers and so forth, where they can get an insight and get an aspect of what's going on internally. So I think that this forum was a good avenue, you know, it allowed that.
I think this consultation is a very positive initiative, and because nurses has a lot of issues that they cannot deal with on their own, and they need persons, other stakeholders, from people from different organizations to at least be on board so that they could help us to show our leaders the need to invest in nurses, treat nurses with much better respect, and also give us all the benefits that we deserve as hard-working nurses for the country.
The consultation was held at the Grenada Trade Center, Monrouge, St. George. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Now, so much of our Grenadian culture has not been documented or recorded. The subcultures within our multifaceted society remain unexplored by some of the youth and merely kept in the memories of the previous generations. Well, a new platform has been dedicated primarily for the exploration, restoration, and sharing of our culture, and it's called Oui Culture. Details of this program in tonight's GBN Entertainment. Godfrey Augustine and co-host Finley, Scholar Jeffrey, and Livingston Nelson aim to bridge the gap between the past and present in the new program, Oui Culture, which will be premiered on GBN tonight. Augustine said the program, which started 5 weeks ago on GBN's classic K105, will go live tonight on television and GBN's other social media platforms. The host said he saw the need to reach a wider audience, primarily based on the feedback received from listeners who tune in. While describing the essence of the program, he informed that it will be interactive and will encompass different parts of our culture.
Basically looking at different aspects of our culture, where we came from and the journey to get us to where we are. And of course, as we understand, culture is something that does not remain one way, but it continues to, transcend and everything like that. So we've discussed a lot of things. We look at music, we look at food, we look at dress, language, you name it, we've looked at it.
Co-host Finley, Scholar Jeffrey, maintained that Grenada is made up of a diverse group of people, and there are some practices indigenous to some parts of the island. According to Jeffrey, though we are different, we are still one and the same, as we all recognize similar practices under different styles or names. Jeffrey says the program aims to bring all age groups and communities together under a common goal, exploring and understanding our history.
We have not done a very good job at chronicling the past. We have not done a very good job at archiving the past. And so sometimes you hear people speak of young people not knowing where they came from, when in truth and in fact, the avenue that would help them to really study what was done before is not there. And so this program, what it does is that it really drills down into the past and the cultural norms of the past, and really brings it and gives it a new life of its own.
The program will air for the first time on television at 8 p.m. just after tonight's newscast, and will be in keeping with COVID-19 protocols. Viewers can look forward to enjoying the past. This is News at 7. We take a break, but still to come. If you can play job and not fear COVID, then you can send your child to school. Anthony Boson explains. Stay with us.
From Hillsborough to Point Celine, Flow has you covered. We value and support our future generations. We understand the importance of saying hello. Keeping you connected is our priority. We have been working day and night to improve our networks because we believe a connected country moves forward. We will continue to work to give you the best mobile LTE and home networks because with Flow, it only gets better.
Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&M Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&M Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together. It's the craziest summer deal ever from Kano. Buy one, get one free. Deals on notebooks, pens, pencils, glues, crayon, file paper, everything needed for the new school term. Deals also on office supplies. So visit Kano Bookstore at the corner of Young and Scott Street, or give them a call on telephone number 321-3500 or 420-3507. At Kano Bookstore, the craziest summer deal is on.
looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Ladies and gentlemen,
are you ready to win?
Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity's Virtual Bingo. It's on again on Sunday, August 30th from 6 p.m. with a whopping US $10,000 to be won. Tickets are only $10 US and are available at gotofet.com or special box offices island-wide, including Carriacou and Pini Martinique. Waggity's Virtual Bingo. People who've tried it love it. And it's so easy to play. Look out for live performances and DJ music. So come join the fun online. Waggity's Virtual Bingo, bringing the vibes to your doorstep.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Envision more and get what you want with a Make It Happen loan from Republic Bank. Laptops for back to school? We make it happen. Home improvements? More space for virtual classes? That can definitely happen. What about a new car or a staycation? Explore paradise at home. Let us make it happen too. It's easy, quick, and affordable. Apply today for a chance to win US $1,000. Let Republic Bank make it happen for you. Call us today for an appointment at any of our locations island-wide or visit republicgrenada.com. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news at 7. Parliamentary Representative for St. Patrick West, Anthony Boson, is encouraging parents to send their children to school when the new school year begins in September. Addressing the lower house on Friday, Boson said that concerns about COVID-19 affecting children are far from the actions demonstrated on the streets of Grenada just a few weeks ago.
I'm hearing some parents saying no, they're not sending their children to school because of the COVID, afraid of COVID. But I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, Mr. Speaker, if if these parents, some of them, who are not part of the jump up that we had and saying that there is no COVID. Is it by convenience that now we have COVID? Mr. Speaker, my advice to our parents, send your children to school or the open of school.
In other news, the UK High Commission and the United States Embassy on Thursday donated laptops, phones, and Zoom accounts to support the continuity of remote court operations in Grenada. Chief Magistrate Tamara Gill said the equipment received will be distributed to courts throughout the country, including in Carriacou.
COVID or no COVID, this equipment is vital to the functioning of our courts generally. And you can rest assured that everything here will be put to maximum use in the furtherance of the administration of justice at the magisterial level in Grenada. We shall do our best to distribute the items equitably throughout the state, including the Carriacou Magistrates Court, which serves the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Your Excellencies, we sincerely appreciate this show of support.
The COVID-19 pandemic has forced jurisdictions to implement stringent social distancing rules to lessen the risk of transmitting the virus. These measures have resulted in some suspension of physical court activities. Resident British Commissioner to Grenada, Wendy Freeman, said they're happy to help the courts function remotely during the pandemic.
It's part of a joint US-UK funding
funded program for the supporting the criminal justice sector for the whole of the Eastern Caribbean, and it's been running quite a while, and it's assisting the courts in the Eastern Caribbean with the support with reform in the criminal justice sector, which is really important. And because of the COVID pandemic and the courts haven't been able to function as they normally would, we're very happy that we've been able to supply this equipment to help the courts function remote working and complying with the social distancing and health protocols.
And now we take a look at our GBN ISO for tonight.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISO is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's ISO features the internal shells of the Spirula spirula, a species of deep-water squid. Because of the distinctive shape of its internal shell, featured in the photograph, it is commonly known as the ram's horn squid. They are considered very fragile but fascinating. You can send in your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms. We take a break, but still to come, work has commenced on the Lavery Main Road. Stay with us.
Hills and Valley Med Care Center, located on Grenville Street, St. George's, has a highly professional team that gives excellent service in massage therapy, physiotherapy, speech therapy, medical consultation, and more. Hills and Valley Med Care Center sells a wide range of medical supplies, offers home visits for patients in Grenada and Carrier Crew, and opens Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. through to 7 p.m. Visit or call Hills and Valley Med Care Center today, 435-6904.
Ofio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpacks, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize. The ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code Beach Line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass Scratch and Win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Please be be advised that post-appointment premium or PAP refunds are now ready to be distributed to qualifying former policyholders or FPHs. Premiums to be refunded comprise those in respect of health policies, premiums received after June 18, 2011, life policies, premiums received after surrendered dates or lapsed dates, property policies, premiums received after May 1st, 2010. Please call or email to ascertain whether you qualify for payment. Persons who do not qualify under this phase of refunds shall not be entertained. Payment of these refunds will be made by check during the period of August 10th, 2020 to September 11th, 2020. Payment under the sum of 20 Eastern Caribbean dollars will be paid via cash. Checks can be collected from the BICO office on Yonge Street, St. George's during the hours of 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. All FPH are asked to walk with proper identification, for example, national ID, driver's license, or passport, when presenting themselves for payment. Representatives of claimants should present, in addition to their own ID, a notarized letter of authorization from the FPH, a notarized copy of the FPH's ID. Executors of wills should also present notarized copies confirming their standing as executors. If you have any questions, please contact the Judicial Manager on 473-444-5801 or 784-456-2669. or email ruben.john@bdoecc.com. Please note that all COVID-19 health protocols must be adhered when collecting payments.
Ladies and gentlemen,
are you ready to win?
Join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity's Virtual Bingo. It's on again on Sunday, August 30th from 6 p.m. with a whopping US $10,000 to be won. Tickets are only $10 US and are available at gotofed.com or special box offices island-wide, including Carriacou and Pini Martinique. Waggity's Virtual Bingo. People who've tried it love it. And it's so easy to play. Look out for live performances and DJ music. So come join the fun online. Waggity's Virtual Bingo, bringing the vibes to your doorstep.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
From Hillsborough to Point Celine, Flow has you covered. We value and support our future generations. We understand the importance of saying hello. Keeping you connected is our priority. We have been working day and night to improve our networks because we believe a connected country moves forward. We will continue to work to give you the best mobile LTE and home networks because with Flow, it only gets better.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Implementation has commenced emergency work on the Laborie Main Road. Minister for Infrastructure Development, Gregory Bowen, announced 2 weeks ago that work will soon start as the area is in a state of disrepair. The details in this report.
Work started last week on the Laborie Main Road, which also serves Hopevale in St. George. Over the years, complaints have been made about the deplorable condition of the road in the area, as Hopevale is known as one of the major community for agriculture production. As such, the Ministry of Agriculture took the decision to add that road under the Agriculture Feeder Road Project list, a project aimed at building or repairing roads and paths intended for agricultural production in order to facilitate producers' access to the market. Reginald Simon, Quality Control Officer of the contracted company, spoke about the project.
providers, we got one team, which is a service provider, which consists of 5 men. My job basically is quality control, basically checking back reinforcement, the levels are correct, making sure all the quality checks are done properly based on specification and also the plan.
Minister for Infrastructure Development Gregory Bowen says the project is right on schedule and anticipates the reopening of the road in the next 3 weeks.
It appears that they will maintain the 3 weeks estimate for completion of the job. So we are pleased because we want this road to be reopened very soon. And we'll continue working along this particular road as one of the 11 roads that will be done. I've spoken to the contractor this morning, and he has indicated that they will endeavor to commence work on 7 of the 11 roads at the same time.
The road was closed to the public from Saturday, August 22nd. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Still in that village, students of the Laborie Preschool will no longer struggle for water in their taps, as Sol Grenada Limited will equip the school with a much-needed water tank. The installation of the tank will assist the school in keeping with all COVID-19 protocols issued by the Ministry of Education for the reopening of the new school term, which is scheduled to begin on September 7th. At a recent handover ceremony, representative from the Ministry of Education, Natasha Thomas, said the new tank will go a long way in ensuring the students have an adequate supply of water.
Time for instruction. As we return to school for the academic year 2020 to 2021, this donation will significantly contribute to the adherence of the COVID-19 protocols of hand washing and proper sanitization. Staff and students will be able to ensure that hands are washed, tables and chairs and desks are cleaned thoroughly on a daily basis. The Ministry of Education recognizes and applauds the board and management of Sol Grenada Limited for this timely donation.
Colin Francis, General Manager for Sol Grenada Limited, says that after recognizing the effects of COVID-19, his company knew they had to lend a helping hand towards community building.
His mantra has always been, we give energy for the future. And there's no better place to channel some of our corporate social responsibility funds, but to the future of this country. And the future of this country would be our children. And we need to make sure that we give them the best facilities that we can and make the learning environment as comfortable as possible for them. When we started facing a pandemic here in Grenada, when it really hit home, we knew immediately we had to start focusing on the community. Why? Because for us to have a resilient business, we also need resilient communities. We also need to build strong communities. And so any of the gaps that we could have filled in, we did that.
Teacher of the Laborie Preschool, Nicoyan Lessie, thanked Sol for their contributions. Stay with us. Sports and Around the Globe is up next.
Dreaming of taking a break and escaping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
They say sometimes less is more, but at Real Value IGA Supermarket, we believe more is more. And since we are all about more, we want to buy more from farmers like you so we can sell more to our customers. If you have a farmer's ID and fresh produce to sell, Real Value IGA wants to buy.
For more information, contact Real Value IGA on WhatsApp at 405-4405 or give them a call at 439-2121.
Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787, or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Missing the mass? No, here's an opportunity to win big with the Grenada Distillers Limited. Purchase any specially marked bottle of pure white or special dark for a chance to win. Look out for the Missing the Mass scratch ticket and win prizes instantly. Available at supermarkets island-wide. Prizes include mobile top-up, hydration backpack, domino sets, shot glasses, Clax Code product, t-shirts, and other Spice Mass merchandise. Plus much more. Grand prize, the ultimate Missing the Mass Clax Code beach line for you and 10 friends. Food, drinks, music, and more. It's the Missing the Mass scratch and win promotion. Clax Code Rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief early morning showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 27 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough. Waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides would be low at 5:30 p.m. and high at 1 a.m. Weather for Saturday, August 29th. The sunrise tomorrow, 5:58. The weather generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times, with few brief afternoon showers, increasing in cloudiness during the night, with some widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder shower. Weather for Sunday, August 30th. Partly cloudy to overcast and breezy, with some widely scattered showers and possible isolated thunder showers. And weather for Monday, August 31st, partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy, with some widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder shower. Stay with us. Sports is up next. Good evening, sporting fans. Zane McFarlane, 16-year-old 100 and 200-meter sprinter from Bishop's College, Carriacou, was awarded a 3-year full-time scholarship by the Jamaica College to undertake studies in athletics, an initiative organized by the Grenada Sports and Wellbeing Foundation, GSWF. The announcement was made during Friday's sitting of the House of Representatives by Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Kendra Maturin-Stewart.
Our 16-year-old Zane McFarlane of Bromsey, Carriacou, a student of Bishop's College, was recently awarded a full athletic and academic scholarship by the Jamaica College in Kingston, Jamaica, to attend that institution, and he has also earned a spot on the Jamaica College track team. To begin, Mr. Speaker, this year, September of this year, for 3 years.
Minister Stewart singled out the efforts made by the Grand Bacolet Juvenile Center and founder of the GSWF, Trevor McIntosh, in recent times in restoring hope and providing another opportunity for Zane.
His stint at Bishop's College, that he began to excel in the 100-meter and 200 meters respectively. And as a result of that, Mr. Speaker, he caught the attention of Mr. Trevor McIntosh, a kayak, who is a founder of a foundation known as the Grenada Sports and Wellbeing Foundation. And through that foundation, Mr. Speaker, with the assistance and cooperation from the Department of Sports within the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, this scholarship was procured on behalf of Mr. Zane McFarlane.
In an interview, Zane extended his gratitude to all those who have played their part in his development. He said that having risen out of poverty, he is determined to get good grades, as he believes the combination of education and sports is vital in being successful in any sporting career. He departs Carriacou for Jamaica next week. And that's the end of our sports news. The program on the globe is up next. And now for the program on the globe. We begin in Antigua, where the government has decided to write off all debt owed by Liat in a post-cabinet meeting on Thursday. The Information Minister, Melford Nicholas, said it's giving Liat an opportunity to soar again. More from this report from ABS News.
The Cabinet has decided to write off all of Antigua and Barbuda's debt or owed by Liat, amounting to some $8.5 million. The monies were split mainly between the Antigua and Barbuda Airport Authority, APUA, and taxes as a result of ticket sales. Of course, this was $8.5 million owed by Liat to Antigua and Barbuda. The government has decided to write that off. Government is not yet sure if other stakeholder countries will do the same by writing off Liat's debt to those countries, but is encouraging them to do the same.
Whether or not it gets the consent and approval and agreement of those other governments is a matter for their own consideration. We're hopeful that it would, because it will give Liat a new lease on life to be able to rid itself of some of these long-term liabilities that have been the bugbear of its operations.
Now, without the burden of these debts, the Information Minister believes Liat would be in a better position to craft out its routes based purely on commercial considerations. So if Liat is required to fly into a territory and it is not feasible for it to do so without the guarantees, the load factor guarantees, then those would have to be put in place. And so a host government may not expect Liat to fly into their territory without making those types of commitments.
In Trinidad, the St. Augustine Medical Laboratory is conditioning a drive-through COVID-19 test and is giving results within 48 hours of being swabbed. Details in this report.
the line of cars with the drivers waiting to be tested for COVID-19. The service has been made available to the public on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. Another branch of the lab in San Fernando provides the service on a daily basis. Dr. Shari Ramsaran says a private hotline is available for clients to book appointments.
Once they reach to the drive-thru, they get in line. It's usually fast. They're only waiting a couple of minutes because we have all their details already, so we just verify it. They get swabbed and they go out really quickly, and they get the results back within 48 hours of being swabbed.
She assures the facility is safe as it has been approved by the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, well, it's both the same lab. It's just a San Fernando. We have a collection center and a drive-thru across there, and the samples get brought up to us.
She adds, patients seeking other tests at the facility need not be fearful as the laboratory has a parallel system that separates the section serving those wanting tests for COVID-19 to the regular section of the institution.
Our non-COVID-19 tests are available every day, just like regular, to all of our patients that want to get stuff done. And I think patients are a bit concerned coming to the lab at this point in time with COVID-19 testing, but we can assure them, as you can see, the COVID-19 testing is done on the exterior of the building, and even the samples go through the exterior of the building, so the internal lab is different from where we do the COVID-19 samples.
Dr. Ramsaran wants everyone to be safe from the dreaded virus and to follow the health guidelines, as he stressed COVID-19 is not sparing anyone. Ian Wayson, TTT News.
Further afield, the U.S. state of Louisiana faces a long and costly cleanup process after Hurricane Laura battered the region, killing at least 6 people while leaving hundreds of thousands without power. One of the biggest storms ever to hit the state also caused damage in neighboring Texas. Al Jazeera's Andy Gallagher reports.
The sheer power of Hurricane Laura left a wide trail of destruction through Louisiana. The storm didn't bring the unsurvivable tidal surges forecasters predicted, but the damage is severe. Neighboring southeast Texas escaped the worst of Laura's 240-kilometer-per-hour winds, but more than 500,000 in both states are without power. As the storm steamrolled through Louisiana, it ripped facades off buildings, down telephone poles, and left a massive cleanup for those that rode the storm out.
It's pretty bad. I mean, it's right around the corner right there. The whole garage is smushed down. The power line is down in the yard. The fence is down, so it looks like a long road to recovery.
All I can do is say that I have a faith of God right now that I know I have to have for my kids. Because if I panic, they're going to panic. So I have to keep it together, and that's what I'm doing.
In Westlake, Louisiana, the hurricane caused a fire at a chemical plant, while flooding in some areas is still a major concern. The full extent of the damage won't be known until the winds die down, the storm surge recedes, and officials can survey some of the more vulnerable communities.
It is clear that we did not sustain and suffer the absolute catastrophic damage that we thought was likely based on the forecast we had last night. But we have sustained a tremendous amount of damage. We have thousands and thousands of our fellow citizens whose lives are upside down because their businesses and or their homes have been damaged.
A massive search and rescue operation is now underway. Those who were evacuated were sent to hotels to avoid a potential spike in cases of the coronavirus. It's clear that Hurricane Laura could have been much worse, but nonetheless the lives of hundreds of thousands of people have been impacted. Industries been damaged, homes lay in ruins, and a full recovery could take months. President Donald Trump says he plans to visit the region in the coming days.
Now it turned out we got a little bit lucky. It was very big, it was very powerful, but it passed quickly. And so everything's on schedule. We'll probably be going on Saturday or Sunday, and we'll be heading to Texas and Louisiana and maybe an additional stop.
Louisiana has already been hit hard by the coronavirus with 145,000 confirmed cases. Now they're dealing with another disaster. Andy Gallagher, Al Jazeera.
And that's a probe around the globe. When we return, a recap of the headlines. GBN continues to keep you up to date with the Atlantic hurricane season and the weather. We now join Sigani Mohammed at our sister station TV6 for our regional outlook.
All right, and so it seems as though we are in for an interesting weekend ahead. Whatever plans you have, you may just need to alter them into the Independence Day holiday. Let me tell you why. Because we are tracking the tropics this evening. Other than the fact that Laura is now a tropical depression moving along on the eastern coastline of the United States and could become a tropical storm, which we'll be monitoring for you on social media, closer to home, well, there is a lot of activity just developing east of Trinidad and Tobago. So let's take a look at this, enhance it a little bit more, and see what we're really working with. We know that we have Saharan dust to battle within the next 12 to 24-hour period, but just after that, something interesting is going on. We've got two tropical waves. This is the first, this is the second tropical wave. Believe it or not, the one closest to us, just about 800 miles east of Trinidad and Tobago, and of course the Windward Islands on a whole, well, this one, it's disorganized, and it looks that way most definitely, but the National Hurricane Center thinks that over the next couple of days, it could very well develop gradually into something, maybe some type of cyclone. Also, just behind that, there's this second massive tropical wave that looks a little bit more organized, still seeing some showers and thunder showers deeply in the lower side. Thing is, right now, it's in an area of the environment that's not really conducive. It's battling Saharan dust just like we are, but at the same time, as it moves closer to the islands, it could reach some environmental areas that are more conducive for development. Regardless of what these two tropical waves do in the next couple of days, well into the weekend and of course next week, we here in Trinidad and Tobago and of course the Met Service will be monitoring these areas and providing updates as to what's happening, because we know all too well tropical waves will, of course, bring showers, thunder showers, gusty winds. So we'll be preparing all through this weekend in anticipation of this tropical wave, which could very well pass over our islands come Sunday. And this is according to the Met Service. So we'll be monitoring this massive area. In the interim, though, let me tell you what's happening for us right now, because this evening we're seeing some spotty showers moving in and around the area. But after a really interestingly warm day, again, highs getting up to 34 degrees in Trinidad, 33 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Tonight, temperatures drop, but not by much, so you won't be pulling the covers at all. It will actually be a bit on the warm side, a bit balmy as well. So let's take a look at that weekend forecast. First up, Trinidad. What we're seeing tonight, temperatures dropping again, yes, but 25 degrees Celsius. It's gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable at times into this weekend. However, the temperatures drop with shower and thunder shower activity, which will pick up come Sunday with the passage of that tropical wave. Again, you want to look out for the possibility of flooding in a couple of areas and even gusty winds at times. Just still see showers in the mix here. What's going to happen for Tobago, you might ask? And it's the same spell of weather, unfortunately. Tonight, not too bad, quite breezy, a little bit of dust haze mixing in there. Temperatures drop to 25 degrees Celsius, but then Sunday, sunshine. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen the next day, right? But we see that showery activity and the cloudiness picking up overnight for both islands. And then Sunday, we get showers, we get thunder showers, cloudy conditions. Right into Monday again, you see the same spell of weather, but a little bit on the less intense side. Still looking out for some wet weather as we go through that period, drying up as the day progresses. So whatever you do this weekend, regardless of how it goes along, remember, we are preparing for tropical wave weather regardless. So please bear in mind, of course, that there could be gusty winds, there could be the possibility of street or flash flooding, and we know how to prepare for that. If you want, we can have a conversation on social media.
Recapping our main points this evening, Extradition Act to include offences punishable by at least 1 year, approved by House of Representatives. Grenadian nurses and stakeholders participate in one-day consultation aimed at strengthening the health sector. And GBN launches a program dedicated to local culture. Anthony Boson tells parents if they can play jab and not fear COVID, send their children to school. In sports, Carriacou's top sprinter Zane McFarlane receives athletic and academic scholarship in Jamaica. And around the globe, Antigua and Barbuda to write off all debt owed by Liat, and the U.S. state of Louisiana faces a long and costly cleanup process after Hurricane Laura battered the region. Now, if you missed any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online or at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's news. Good night.
The Grenada Broadcasting Network is making a platform